What would y'all do if y'all see me in a movie? Would y'all come to it? Would y'all buy tickets for it?
Some actors get danger.
Really, I don't really want to make the big screens. I want to get into like a Tubi movie, bro. I want like a little itty bitty role, not like a Tomorrow's Teachings, because I feel like they might try to do me, bro. You know?
Skinny. Others get suspiciously muscular. Some drank gallons of melted ice cream to gain weight quickly, whereas
yo, bro, this is not the lingo, bro. That shit taint, bro. That shit taint, bro. That shit taint, bro. That shit taint. Boosty. That shit taint as fuck, bro. Nigga, you boosty as hell, nigga. Taint. Come on.
The others were forced to take pills by producers before they were 18 years old. This is not standard acting protocol. These are actors who risked serious injury.
Yo, 50 look crazy skinny,
or
bro.
Death, all for the sake of a role.
Crazy
and in
skinny,
some cases, the damage
shit.
lasted the rest of their lives. Today we are looking at the dark side of Hollywood body transformations.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this, bro? What is this? What actor is this right here? Yo, I love this. I love this sound. You got a taint bus. Yo, you're confusing. Hey, look at me. You're scaring the YouTube niggas, bro. Yo, you're scaring them, bro. Stop. That's not how we use the lingo, bro. We gotta use the lingo like how it's supposed to. Yo, this shit taint as fuck. Taint. That's my new thing. Why would you throw a Molotov at my car? Yo, Sir Rager, do I deserve this, bro? You throw a Molotov at my car, but if I throw I'm not doing it, bro. I'm out. Okay, Ninja.
Starting with Tom Hanks, who's lucky he did not pass away while filming Castaway. In the film, Hanks plays the role of Chuck Noland.
I see what he did there. Shout out to that. I like that right there. That was actually kind of tough. Yo, Ninja, why are you out and I'm the one that's getting harassed? Please make that make sense.
Executive whose plane crashes into the Pacific Ocean, leaving him stranded on an island for 4 years. At the time, Hanks's natural body weight was around 185 pounds, but his physical stature in real life would not accurately match the character he was portraying. So for the early scenes, before the crash, where Chuck is still living a normal, comfortable life, Tom intentionally packed on nearly 50 pounds to reflect a man who eats all your favorite calorie-dense comfort foods like burgers, fries, and milkshakes. Gaining the weight was essential to make the body transformation even more dramatic, going from slightly overweight to dangerously underweight. After filming the first half of the movie, production shut down for
I've never seen this movie, bro, but I know all about it. Wilson! I know all about it though, you know?
Entire year.
Well, I don't know all about it. I just know that part. And I heard like he was fucking the what was it, like a volleyball or something too?
Hanks could lose the weight and come back looking like someone who'd been surviving off coconuts and fish. And this is where things got brutal. He went on an extreme diet, eating mostly vegetables, fish, and drinking water. Ain't nothing wrong with that though. No sugar, no refined carbs, no red meat, basically just enough food to keep him standing. To burn even more calories, he added daily cardio, running and swimming every day. By the time filming resumed, he looked like a completely different person. On top of the dangerous weight loss, Hanks got a small cut on his knee that seemed harmless at first, until it got infected and turned into a serious problem. His body didn't have enough nutrients to fight it off. He said, "I got an infection from a cut and it was eating its way through my leg. I didn't know it."
What the fuck? Yo, bro. Hello?
I just thought I had a sore.
Yo, this is kind of like me, bro. You know, I'm mad like skinny now, dude. You see it? Yo, do y'all see it, bro? Y'all see it, bro? Hold on, hold on. I'll give y'all time, bro. I'll give y'all time to check it over, bro. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? I still got it, though. You feel me? I still got that shit, though. You feel me? Like, I still, hold on, wait. I still got that shit. I still got it though. You feel me? But nah, I did get mad skinny, bro. I was like 190, bro. Hold on, I clicked the wrong button. I was like 190.
He ended up in the hospital.
Insane.
For 3 days, and the film production was shut down for almost 3 weeks. But it gets worse. Years later, Tom revealed he had developed type 2 diabetes, and his doctors told him it was partially because of how often he had pushed his body to extreme lengths for roles, with Castaway being one of the worst. Even though the film earned him an Oscar nomination,
this like a UFC type cut, bro.
and is considered one of his best performances.
Yo, y'all want a workout stream, bro? I don't want no workout stream.
Also may have left him with permanent health issues. And while Tom Hanks transformed while chasing an Oscar, 50 Cent risked his life for a film that nobody saw. No awards, no acclaim, just a...
He looks like, yo, 50 Cent looks like... Y'all remember that? Yo, Starvin' Marvin, that's who that shit is, bro. He looked like Starvin' Marvin. No racism, bro. No racism, bro. He looked like Starvin' Marvin. Hey, if somebody can link somebody please link me Starvin' Marvin if you can find him.
A role that did not give him the credibility.
What the fuck? Hey, man, oh my! Not you putting the cuffs around my wrist. Not. Yo, it's like, do you ever listen, bro? Do you ever listen to it?
He was hoping for. But real quick, have you ever Googled your name and seen yourself on one of those strange sites that has way too much information about you?
Nah, for real. Oh gosh.
Feels pretty weird. Yeah, if you ever wondered how scammers get compliant, your info is real an identity or a forever where you should. He wrote it, financed it.
Yo, all these sponsorships literally egoed me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I'm gonna ask for big money. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all ever see something come out in the news, in the media of me fighting members at the headquarters, bro, just know like this is the reason, bro.
Starred in it, and most people have never heard of it. But during filming, he went through one of the most extreme physical transformations any actor has ever.
He looks exactly like Starvin' Marvin. Yo, he looks exactly like Starvin' Marvin, bro.
Attempted. He played Dion Barnes, a top college football player who gets diagnosed with cancer. The character starts the movie healthy and muscular, then rapidly declines into a frail, sickly version of himself. And 50 decided to show that transformation for real. It wasn't just a creative decision, it was personal. Growing up, one of 50's closest...
Wait, can I say that, or is that crazy? Here, I'll just put him on the screen. I'm gonna flash him on the screen real quick, okay? Now tell me that wasn't accurate, nigga. Now tell me that wasn't accurate, bro. Now tell me he ain't look like that, bro.
Friends died from cancer. He said that memory stuck with him, and if he was going to play someone going through that, he felt he had to get it right.
I had a friend of mine that died of cancer growing up. You know, so it was exciting. And when I was making the physical transformation, I concentrated on how he actually looked to me.
His routine sounds simple, but it nearly killed him. Every day he ran on a treadmill for a total of 3 hours. When the fatigue set in, he'd slow to a walk, but he never stopped completely. Plus, he was doing this while barely eating anything of substance, just a liquid-only diet. Nope.
Yeah, the bald goatee. That's a crazy combo, bro. I don't know if I could pull that off.
Processed food.
Yo, if I go bald in my streaming career, just know, like, bro, I might be at my lowest, bro. I don't know.
Any calories, just protein.
Prime Chaltom can come from there. I might be on my downfall.
Shakes, coconut water, and unsweetened juice. With so few calories, his body burned through all the fat and most of his muscle, and the side effects were obvious. He looked unrecognizable. His cheeks were sunken in, his frame looked like skin and bones, and his eyes looked visibly exhausted. He later admitted he was constantly lightheaded and had to mentally force himself not to eat. I was starving. I would have to restrain myself. I had to discipline myself not to actually eat. When the transformation was complete, he had lost 54 pounds in just 9 weeks, dropping from 214 to 160.
And he was 34? Yo, shout out to him, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shout out to him. That's real dedication, dude. Bald son. Yo, that's real dedication, though. Yo, shout out to him, though. This is crazy as fuck. Oh my God, he's 6 foot?
Which may not sound extreme to some, but when you're naturally a big guy like 50 Cent, that kind of weight loss can be seriously dangerous. And although 50 took the role as seriously as anyone...
Why is all of 50 Cent's albums photoshopped, though? That's beyond the point. That's like a whole different like convo though. It's just like
the film didn't do nearly as well as he hoped. It had a small budget and barely got distributed. After bouncing around a few film festivals, it eventually landed on BET a year later, but it received no awards and barely got any attention. And the craziest part about this was that nobody asked him to do it. The director didn't tell him to drop the weight. It wasn't in the script nor in the contract. 50 just wanted to prove to everyone that he could be a serious...
Like I know that nigga was buff as hell, right? But like something about this look... Damn, now that I'm looking at it up close, damn, maybe this shit is not Photoshop, bro. Wait, is this shit Photoshop or nah, bro? Yo, I used to think this shit was Photoshop. Nah, he got one of them that's mad Photoshop, bro. I forgot the name of it, though. It's kind of like white. Let me see. 50 Cent album. Oh, yeah, here it go. Yeah, this shit was insane. Like, I don't know how this shit slid, bro. Yeah. Yeah, like, this right here is crazy. This is insane, nigga. I don't know what you. This look like something at a 3-on-3 freestyle, bro. Like, no, nigga, you're not. No.
Actor and dedicate the film to his late friend. It did not earn him the Hollywood credibility he was chasing, but it still stands as one of the most extreme body transformations any actor has ever done. People have used photos of this role to mock 50 or troll him because, out of context, it could look funny, but it's arguably one of the most impressive things he has done in his entire career. And while 50 Cent pushed himself by choice, Judy Garland was forced.
Shout out Kansas City, bro. Shout out Kansas City on God. Now this was a crazy film. This film. Okay, now behind the scenes was wild. This was a wild film. If you ain't heard the stories of what the fuck happened on set, but like this is a legendary movie though. This is a legendary movie though. Straight out of KC, nigga. Oh God, shout out Dorothy.
Her breakout role demanded intense weight loss, grueling hours, and pills just to function. And what producers did to her was far darker than anyone could have imagined. Judy Garland was just 16 years old when she played Dorothy in the classic 1939 film The Wizard of Oz. It became the most iconic role of her career. But behind the scenes, it was nothing like the wholesome movie people remember. MGM forced her to do things that would never be acceptable today. From the moment she was cast, the studio told her she did not look the part. Even though she was still a teenager, executives said she—
Yo, why cast her? Yo, make that make sense, bro. Yo, literally make that make sense, bro. Imagine that. Yo, can you fucking imagine that, my nigga, bro? Imagine you get the job. And them niggas like, bro, to be honest, bro, I don't even think you're fit for the job. Why the fuck would you hire me then, bro? What's the purpose of doing that, nigga?
She looked too mature and too heavy to play a young girl, so they put her on a brutal, restrictive diet that consisted of black coffee, chicken soup, lettuce, and cigarettes. No real meals and barely—
Holy shit, did I say a day? Chicken soup, coffee, and 80 cigarettes a day. Yo, them niggas were fucking smooth brain, bro. There was nothing running up here. Holy shit.
Chicken soup, lettuce, and cigarettes. No real meals and barely any calories. And that wasn't even the worst part. MGM gave the 16-year-old drugs to keep her working as many hours as possible. To keep her weight down and her energy up, they gave her what they called pep-up pills, which were just amphetamines. And since the pills kept her wired, they had to knock her out at night with barbiturates. She said they'd give—
I've never heard of a barbiturate in my life, bro. What is that? Yo, that shit sound like— what the fuck? Yo, what's a barbiturate?
Pep-up pills to keep us on—
Nigga, what you mean? Yo, nigga, what you mean? What you mean light work, nigga? What? Come on, bro. Yo, y'all should not be— Hey, for any people out there that's smoking cigarettes, bro, I know there's a lot of Nick heads out there. The Nick heads, I know it's hard for me to like get into your brain. I can't tell you not to do what you're gonna do. Just try to limit it, bro. You feel me? Like, I know you be splicing that motherfucking geek bar, bro. You be hitting that shit on post mode, bro. I know you got the little touch screen. They got all types of shit now. I ain't gonna lie. You can track the weather and shit on your. Try not to do it, dude. You gonna kill yourself, okay? Now for cigarettes, if you smoking cigarettes in 2025, you need to be put down. I'm just let you know that right now. You need to be put down. You know, I had a homie that told me, you know, ain't nothing better than a drunk cigarette. Y'all are lost souls, bro. Y'all are lost souls.
Our feet long.
You gotta put it down now before it's too late. Put it down now before you're already 7,000 cigarettes done. Like you're 7,000 cigarettes down, right? And if you were to stop, you just die anyway. Stop, bro. Stop it. Cut it early.
After we were exhausted, then they'd take us to the studio hospital and knock us out with sleeping pills. On top of the pills and starvation, MGM modified her physical appearance. She wore a tight corset to flatten her chest, rubber discs in her nose to narrow its shape, and dental caps to fix her smile. The iconic Dorothy look was manufactured down to the smallest detail. Studio head Louis B. Meyer, one of the most powerful men in Hollywood at the time, would walk walk up behind her and place his hands on her chest to fix her posture. Judy later said she felt completely powerless. She couldn't speak out or push back because she knew her entire career would be over. And keep in mind, she was only 16 years old at the time. The Wizard of Oz became a massive hit that will be remembered for generations, and Judy's performance turned her into a star, but it came at a cost.
It's crazy how legendary this movie was, bro, but there's just so much shit going on. I think we got to go back to cigs. All these vapes get kids hooked early, bro. Yo, we might as well just go back to cocaine at this point.
Pills that kept her working as a teenager became a lifelong addiction. Judy Garland tragically died of a barbiturate overdose at just 47 years old. If she never did The Wizard of Oz, she might have never become a Hollywood star. Then again, she probably would not have died so young.
47?
We've seen actors rapidly lose weight by basically eating nothing but air, and then there's Rob McElhenney, who ate a ton of ice cream to make himself look like a slob. Again, nobody asked Rob to do this. His inspiration came from watching the legendary sitcom Friends. As the seasons evolved, the entire cast seemed to level up, appearing better looking due to larger paychecks to consume healthier foods.
Yo, bro, I've never gotten into Friends, bro. Something about Friends, I never thought it was funny. I think that's like I think it's just like a cultural divide, bro. I'm gonna be real, dude. I think something about this is just I can't watch it, bro. It's the same folk that's like, yo, you gotta watch Step Brothers, bro. I don't want to watch Step Brothers, bro. You feel me? Like, stop, dude. I'm taking Full House. That's literally a fact, bro. I'm taking Full House, nigga. I'm taking Full House over Friends every time, nigga. I was watching Full House, nigga. Shout out my nigga Uncle Jesse. Still got his hair. Still looking good.
Dietitians and the pressure to maintain Hollywood beauty standards. Rob thought it would be hilarious to have the opposite transformation as his show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, got more successful.
And I thought I'd never seen a show in which the characters or the actors specifically tried to look worse as the show progressed. And I thought that if there was ever going to be a show in which that would make sense, then this would be it. So I embraced it. And I decided to look as terrible as possible. And gaining 50 pounds was a huge part of that.
Rob discovered the secret to gaining weight. Drink as many calories as possible.
I would have my assistant in the morning go out and buy a gallon of ice cream, and he would put it out on the counter, and I wouldn't eat it until...
So ass. You talking about Friends? Friends is dog shit.
4 o'clock in the afternoon because it would melt.
That 70s show, dog shit.
And I would.
What else came on at night? I wasn't even watching the George Lopez show. Shout out to the intro. That intro was fire. Wasn't watching it. Turning that shit off. I'm serious, bro. Good picks, bro. Good takes, bro. These are good takes. Great takes. And I'm taking Full House over all of them.
You would drink melted ice cream.
Yeah, because you can drink that many calories a day. You can't eat that.
Shout out Mary Kay Nash.
He started having chest pains, and his doctor begged him to stop attempting to gain weight. However, it paid off because Fat Mac produced some of the funniest moments in It's Always Sunny history.
What is your confession?
I'm fat. Oh, what's up, bitch? I did it. I'm 200 pounds. I'm as big as my avatar. Is he trying to rip his shirt off? I'm healthier than you, bro.
No. Well, I wouldn't exactly say you're healthy.
Yo, he's actually big as shit. Wait, what the fuck?
Type 2 adult onset diabetes.
I mean, they're delicious. They're full of carbs, which is great for a pump, and they're cheap as shit.
The best part about Fat Mac was the redemption
built just like Lucky. Ain't that crazy?
arc, as he was able to use this as an opportunity to get ripped beyond belief and shock the whole crew.
Okay, everybody, are you ready?
Look at his face.
Bam. All right, what's up?
What's going on?
Oh, well, I got into really good shape.
I don't really know what's going on here, though. You look like a baby.
Yeah,
like
so
a
just
toddler.
We're not gonna. Why did I do it?
Nobody knows.
We don't know.
Okay,
So
Put
I
my
have a
shirt on.
great plan. I think that's best. But,
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Congrats, Mac. It looks really good.
Good job.
Can we
Do
figure?
we think it was steroids, bro? Be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Do we think it was steroids? Be honest. Was it steroids or not? I'm not gonna lie, dude. You know, look good. I want to be the type of nigga to rain on the parade. He look crazy though. I'll be real. I just know like on a filmmaking side of folk, they be over there lying like shit. They lie like shit. The Rock. Why is The Rock still not saying? Yo, The Rock, you are on steroids, bro. Yo, just say it, bro. Just say it, bro. All I want him to do is say it. All I want to hear is
Crazy
Dwayne
thing
The Rock
is that
Johnson.
Rob trained for
Dwayne The Rock Johnson needs to tell everybody that he on steroids, bro. Like, nigga, we're not falling for that, bro. It's not happening. You can't fool me, bro. No, nigga, you're not eating 6,000 calories a day. You're lying. You're literally lying.
Wants to get ripped just for a 2-minute joke.
Shit.
Now
Yo,
that's
so
dedication. In a weirder twist, when Chrissy Metz was cast as Kate in This Is Us, producers actually wanted her to stay heavier to reflect the character's ongoing struggles with weight. Now, it's no secret that Chrissy was already plus-sized in real life.
Like,
but
what your diet consist of? Oh, I just been eating chicken, rice. I've been eating a little bit of salmon. Not too much. And I try to get at least 6-7 meals a day. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here, bro.
But it shows what Hollywood producers might demand to bring their vision to the big screen.
They were like, we have to fit you for a fight.
They said, how are you gaining muscle at your big age? He said, shit. I don't know, man. Shit, I can't give you the secret. Nigga, we already know. We just waiting for you to confirm it.
I was like, what? And I remember getting measured at the costume house, and they're like, it's gonna be 109 inches. Wow. I'm like, oh, okay. They called it the couch. Like, that's what we ended up calling it on the shoot was, oh, here's Chrissy's couch, because it's basically couch cushions. There's a story that I literally got stuck in my trailer. We had a separate dressing tent because I couldn't go in and out of my trailer. So we had it on the stage or on location wherever we were. And one day I forgot my phone, or I forgot something that was important. I ran back and I got stuck in the trailer. And I thought, who's gonna find me?
And this kind of begs the question if actors actually need to change their bodies. With CGI and a little bit of movie magic, anything is possible. And some actors straight up refuse to make a drastic change, like Robert Pattinson, who took a different path when preparing for—
Wait, this nigga did Batman? Wait, ain't this the nigga from Twilight? Or am I tweaking, bro? Is this not the nigga from Twilight? Is this not Edward freak ass, bro? I ain't finished Twilight yet, so like don't spoil the shit, bro. But that nigga look uncanny in that shit.
To make a drastic change, like Robert Pattinson, who took a different path when preparing for the Batman. Robert deliberately avoided the intense bulking routines typical—
Yo, is this not Edward, bro? Yo, matter of fact, bro, I'm gonna go on my little rant, bro, while I ain't finished Twilight, but like, yo, this nigga, I don't know, bro. Something about Edward, bro. I don't fuck with Edward, bro. The vampire said he about 200 years old. Why he going after high school kids? I don't like it, bro.
superhero portrayal.
It don't stick with me, bro.
In a 2020 interview with GQ, he said, I think if you're working out all the time, you're a part of the problem. You set a precedent. No one was even doing this in the 70s. Even James Dean. He wasn't exactly ripped. This stance was clearly the opposite to previous Batman actors. But the thing is, Pattinson still had a great physique. He did some training, including bodyweight exercises, long-distance runs, and military-style sandbag workouts.
Oh, yeah, he was doing 7 sets of bullshit, bro. Watch out, bro. Yo, I gotta watch Batman from start to finish, bro, because I would have known this. What you mean this nigga was... Yo, Batman is supposed to be buff, bro. What is Batman if Batman is built like... is built like fucking two Hollis, bro? He's a wimp, nigga. I could beat Batman.
Scrawny or out of shape.
What Kid Carson say? You could be Batman. I could be Batman. All you need is the gadgets. You need the gadgets and the muscles, nigga.
Feelings that Robert did not do enough come from the fact that Hollywood body standards have changed significantly. Because Tobey Maguire's body transformation for Spider-Man back in the day was being treated like—
I gotta watch Spider-Man too. Yo, how much shit am I missing, bro? Like, how much shit from start to finish, bro? Like, how really good are these series, bro? Like, is it really like that? When does it start getting bad? And when does it start getting good? Like, where should I start? Should I start at like I clicked the wrong button. Should I start at like the beginning films? Like when that shit started at like the 50s, the 60s? Actually, I don't think Spider-Man was a thing until like the 80s, right? Or should I start like somewhere in between? I don't know. I just don't know, man. I was never big on that, nigga. I was watching wrestling. I was watching Triple H put belt to ass. That's what I was doing.
Into a world-class athlete.
What'd you do? You do special workouts?
Let me go back.
Significantly, because Tobey Maguire's body transformation for Spider-Man back in the day was being treated like he transformed into a world-class athlete.
What'd you do? You do special workout? Because when you finally turn into Spider-Man, you're muscular as hell. Well, how did that work? How do you get that size?
I worked out for 5 months, 6 days a week, up to 4 hours a day.
And do you eat more food when you do that?
Had a nutritionist, and I was eating 4 to 6 meals a day. Lots of protein.
Back in 2002, Tobey Maguire built an impressive physique while preparing for his role as Spider-Man.
What do you mean you was working out for 4 hours a day, bro? What? I'm back here and I still don't got at least 5K points. It don't feel right. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yo, Saad. Is it Saad? How do I say it? Is it Saad? Side. It's raps, bro. You gonna have to get out the muscle, nigga.
But if you looked at him today with the exact same build, some people would say it doesn't even compare to other actors' dedication, because now actors are expected to look like bodybuilders when playing a superhero. And look, I'm not making any accusations out here, but there are tons of credible resources on the internet that suggest that some of your favorite actors are out here doing a little jabby jab to get that Terminator look they so desperately want. So when Robert Pattinson showed up in The Batman with a body that looked, well, naturally attainable, people wanted to criticize him. As a bodybuilder and steroid user, I find it pretty criminal how widespread the usage and denial of usage of PEDs is in Hollywood. It puts in a lot of effed up body image issues, and then they go on and do news stories about X, Y, or Z workout or diet or
the last part is the part that be killing me, bro. Them niggas talking about some like this nigga dead just hold on, bro, cause he like, let me not do too much, because he might have been telling the truth, you know? He might have actually been in that gym for 4 hours. I hardly believe, I don't really believe it, though. Why do I not believe he was in the gym for 4 hours for 5 months straight, bro? Stop, bro. I don't believe that. There's something about that. I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe it.
Trendy fitness thing that helped them achieve.
Yo, you can, side. Your channel point, you can get channel points by just watching, bro. I think, wait, how much channel points is it like per 10 minutes? I forgot. It's like 50, ain't it? It's
their goals. Meanwhile, they'd be looking very different without the large amounts of PEDs they're using. Actors don't necessarily need to be jacked to play the role, because Batman is the world's greatest detective, and that alone is enough to tell his stories. Although if you put Robert Pattinson's body next to Toby's from 2002, it's not that different, but one was called jacked while the other was criticized. It just goes to show what used to be impressive is now considered the bare minimum, and what used to be the bare minimum doesn't even make it past the audition. And while some questioned Pattinson's dedication, Christian Bale went so far for his role that it nearly killed him.
Holy shit. Yo, Saad, this dead look like you, bro. Oh my gosh.
When people talk about actors transforming their bodies,
yo, how do you even get your body like this, bro? You can see every bone. I can see this nigga's vertebrae, bro. Oh my god. Holy shit. Yo, this is crazy.
To the extreme for a role.
Bro, you can see that nigga's spine, bro.
Christian Bale in The Machinist always comes up. In the 2004 film, Bale plays Trevor Resnick, a factory worker so plagued by guilt and paranoia that he hadn't slept in a year. Obviously, a guy like that would not look too healthy, so instead of relying on CGI or special effects, Bale decided he'd actually become that guy in real life. He dropped down to an insanely low 120 pounds, which is scary considering he's 6 foot tall.
Yo, that's weirdly accurate, dude. Yo, that's a good comparison right there, yo. Yo, that's actually a good comparison right there, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Holy shit. That's a good comparison right there, bro. What the fuck? Yo, that was like weirdly like on point.
It's the kind of weight that would put most people in a hospital bed, not on a movie set. His diet wasn't just restrictive, it was borderline starvation. For months, he survived exactly on 1 can of tuna and 1 apple per day. No processed sugar, no real fat, basically zero nutrients. To keep hunger at bay, Bale smoked cigarettes constantly and chugged black coffee just to have enough energy to stay awake. He initially wanted to push it even further to around 100 pounds, but the producers had to step in because they thought he actually might die. He changed so drastically, it makes anyone else who lost weight for a role look like they did not even try. He lost all muscle mass, his skin became paper thin, and his bones stuck out in
this is fucking disgusting, bro. What movie is this?
Every scene. Bale later described it as feeling like his body did not even belong to him. He was so malnourished that he'd sometimes zone out and completely forget where he was while filming. Even basic tasks like standing up or walking up a flight of stairs became exhausting. He said, when you're so skinny that you can hardly walk up a flight of stairs, you're like this being of pure thought. It's like you've abandoned your body. The drastic weight loss left Bale visibly emaciated. Immediately after filming wrapped, Bale faced another another body transformation challenge. He had to rapidly bulk up to 220 pounds in just 6 months for his
This
next.
nigga think he Alex Pereira, bro. What the fuck, bro? Yo, dude, if I did this shit, I would have at least 5 AI edited messages in Discord instantly, bro. Niggas would be laughing at me, bro.
Role as Batman Begins. Although The Machinist wasn't a major success following its release, Bale's physical transformation turned it into a cult classic, earning him a reputation as one of Hollywood's most extreme method actors. And we all know that method actors are so incredibly dedicated to their roles that they can often go insane, even potentially losing their lives for their art.
Yo,
but if you want to hear more about that, check out this video.
Yo, I'm gonna start taking acting classes, bro. I'm so serious. Yo, great fucking video. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Yo, I clicked. Great video. Hey, great video, bro.